guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So as you see by the title, this vlog is going to be a video at Bath. I'm gonna try and cut it down because a lot of my videos have been really long, but I'm not sure how it's gonna happen because it's gonna be a fun packed day. I'm actually filming this the night before because I don't want to do myself dirty pretty much. And film waking up in the morning because I done that in the last video and I hated it. So in the morning I'm also getting up at 5:45 in the morning. I'm gonna cry, like I'm genuinely gonna cry, but that's fine, like I'm not bothered. It might be earlier than that. I'm gonna try because we gotta get the bus to Cardiff, which takes like half an hour, 45 minutes. Then we gotta get a train from Cardiff to Bath. So I love it. No, I don't, but like this is my first time going travelling on my own. I know it's not far, like it is far for me because it's like an hour and something on the train. So it's far for me to do without my parents. Well, my mum's quite funny about me travelling on my own and stuff like that. So we're doing that and we're going to do it for a shoot, so for our photography work. So see how it goes, and yeah, this is the intro. I might do another mini intro with the girls in the morning, but I'll probably film getting ready if I got time, if I'm not in a rush. But I need to show you my outfit because I'm wearing a really nice outfit. I think it's a bit over the top for what we're actually doing, but I thought I'd wear a nice one so that I can get Instagram photos. So yeah, welcome to the video and I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, it is the morning right now. I started getting changed. When I put the coat on, it looks so much nicer. But I got leather trousers on, a black bodysuit, a black hoodie, just to like give me some, like, so I'm not so cold. And then I got like a long coat, so I'm wearing that. I'm freezing so much, like it's so cold. I don't know where my wipes have gone, like they've disappeared, and not gonna stay on there. I don't know, I need to go soon, so I'm just gonna quickly straighten my hair today instead of curling it. But that's fine because everyone's gonna have their hair straight, so it's not a big deal. I need to get this lump out of it, but yeah, I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna update you when we walk into the bus. So we're walking down to the bus now, although we're gonna have to get the later bus because I fell and I have to go back to sort myself out. Oh, and it is, oh god, it's icy and I don't want to fall again. Right, we're good. Yeah, so we're gonna have to get the later bus, but it's still enough time, so we'll be fine. But yeah, we're walking down now and I fell over. Oh, I got my wheelchair too. Go, daughter pushing it. Oh, I nearly fell again then. So I'm gonna take my phone off and stop vlogging. Okay, so we got off the train and now we're in Roman baths. We're all here. But this is what I'm looking at right now. And we took photos. But yeah, there's loads of people here, it's really busy. I also done my makeup on the train, so I love that for me, but yeah. I don't know, loving life, but people are staring at me. But yeah. Okay, so we've been to Roman Bath now. We've come to McDonald's for some food because we're all hungry. Yeah. I fell over though when I was going back to get my wheelchair because I left my wheelchair outside, well, in the main area, so I didn't have to walk around the whole museum. Obviously the stones and the bricks now are just really uneven. So I left it and I went back to get it and I fell right in front of my wheelchair. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, now we're having food and I'm going to get a Big Mac. Banging. But yeah, we'll update you when we're doing something different. Hey guys, so I'm aware that you've watched this video. I'm not sure how long it is at this point, but I'm filming this clip a few weeks later. I've just been really busy and just had a lot going on, struggling at the minute, but it's fine. I thought I'd quickly do an update of the day because I know I didn't get very many clips because it was just like so busy, but I thought I'd do a clip of going over the day and talking about the struggles that I had that day, and just so you know how like life is with a disability. These curtains look terrible. I do apologise. If I move over this way a bit more, you might not be able to see it as much. But yeah, like, it was so difficult. That day was such a good day, but so difficult. Just wanted to give a shout out to Jess, Georgia and Ella, and obviously Megan, but Megan sadly didn't come with us because she had work that day. But also a shout out to her because she also helps me a lot as well within college and when we go out and stuff like that, so big shout out to them. So to start off the day, I just wanted to let you know that I did actually take my wheelchair. I never take my wheelchair anywhere, like never ever, but the one day I did because one of my friends, Jess, actually advised me to because she'd been there before and knew it was a big place to walk around. So shout out to Jess again. You're gonna see all of these people except for Megan in this video anyway. I am really sad that Megan wasn't able to come. Like, I feel so terrible, but yeah. So to start off the day, I woke up, I got ready and I left for the bus with Georgia. We missed the bus because I fell over. We had to come back here and go get the next bus. It was a good thing though because we were taking the earlier bus anyway, just so we had extra time to get to the other bus station, train station that we'd never gone to before. So that was fun. But yeah, as I said, I fell over. I got on the next train and then it was so stressful trying to get from the bus station to the train station. Obviously not knowing where the train station was because we'd never got on or off at that train station. The other train station I had, but not that one. So, most stressful day of my life, I can't even tell you at that point. Although we got there in time, we got on the train and there was nowhere to put our wheelchair. That was probably because we hadn't really planned for a wheelchair seating area really. We planned for a 4-seater because there was 4 of us that went, and we didn't really think of the wheelchair at the time. But we managed to like close the wheelchair down and put it to the side, so that worked out. We got to Bath. It was a really good start to the day, you know, everything went well. And oh, there you go, just so you can see a bit more of me because like I was on a slant. I do apologise. So yeah, that's literally the start of the day. The first problem was falling over, and then so we got off the train and we went straight to, where did we go? The Roman Baths. The Roman Baths, I left my wheelchair at the front and just went around Roman Baths because I thought, you know, the like sorry, the paths and stuff ain't gonna be like the best to have my wheelchair on. I'm probably gonna be all over the place, and it'd be a longer way to go around if I took my wheelchair, the wheelchair way. So I thought, you know, I don't want to do that to the girls. I kept it there anyway. And then we went round. I had to go back around to the front, and I was like, look, I've got my wheelchair there, am I okay to come and get it? They were like, yeah, we already know you had it, like, no problem. Go to sit in the wheelchair after putting all my stuff down in my bag, and I fall, and oh my god, it was so embarrassing, like, the most embarrassing point of that day, probably. No, actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. But it was so embarrassing because people were staring like, is she okay? And I was like, oh my god, please, just... I wanted the ground to swallow me up at that point. But, you know, the girls were amazing again, and that was fun. Then we just went for a walk, I'm pretty sure, to look at different things. And then we decided to go and get some food because we hadn't eaten that day, and by the time we actually got there, I went to the Roman baths and had a walk, you know, like, it was time for food, so we decided to go then. This is almost an event. No, I think this day was just so eventful, but like, we went into McDonald's, we ordered our food, and our food came. This lady came up to us, yeah, and was like, can I have your food? We felt so awkward. We didn't know what to do. I am not putting anyone in stereo, like, I'm not stereotyping anyone here, and I'm not saying she might not have been struggling, but she seemed so well dressed. Like, she seemed like she was in a place that she could look after herself, you know. She was a lot older than us, and she was asking for our food, and we just felt so awkward. But my friend decided, look, I'm gonna order her some food. She ordered the food. We asked what she wanted. We thought, oh, you know, she's gonna ask for a meal. She asked for 3 cheeseburgers, 3 chips, and she asked for 3 drinks as well. But we my friend decided that, like, 3 drinks are too much. Like, she'd already spent like a lot of money by getting her food, so she was like, oh, you can get the 1 drink but not the 3. So we'd obviously decided, look, she's buying for 2 other people as well, not just herself, which was off. She was also holding a leaflet that obviously she'd been working to sell. There was a few of them that I'd seen through that day that were selling like magazines and stuff. But then we kind of left it. But then when my friend come back over to the table and said, look, like, she spent this much, we were like, right, that is wrong, like, what is going on? We turn around and there's another woman doing the same thing to these kids. We didn't have a problem with it, like, but the fact that there was 2 of them doing it, targeting the younger people in the McDonald's, it just seemed a bit dodgy to us, like, so we didn't really know what to do. So we went up to a group of the girls that they'd asked, and they were like, no, we didn't give them anything, like, we didn't have the means to do it, like, and I completely get that. I get people are struggling, and this is what I mean, like, I'm not saying they weren't struggling at that time, but to take advantage of young children and kids, it just weren't right. And obviously we were older and more mature, like, we were able to try and sort it out. So in the end, we got the manager of the McDonald's and said, look, this is happening, like, what do we do? I think is wrong. So they asked my friends to go upstairs to see if the people were still in the restaurant, and she was there, but she'd already got the order, so there was no point in, like, doing anything in a way. But in the end, they give us give Georgia her money back, a refund, and kind of like just watched, like, was aware of it, if you know what I mean. We walked out of the McDonald's, and there was a group of them sat there eating the McDonald's, and I thought, this is so wrong. Like, it's more of the fact they were taking advantage of the kids. Like, they didn't really get to take advantage of us in a way because we got our money back, but like, they were going up to like people that looked as if they were 10, like no joke. And I was thinking, that is so wrong. Like, if I was struggling, I'd go up to anyone, not just the kids. So that just seemed a bit dodgy to me. But yeah, that was a very stressful situation. But we managed to, you know, make good out of it and make it better. We left McDonald's, we went for a walk, we went into the cathedral. There was actually a sweet shop I wanted to go into, but I found it so difficult with my wheelchair. These shops in Bath, like the little boutique shops that you actually want to go into, actually even, what was it, I think TK Maxx, I think, was like really like narrow. It was really struggling to like get the wheelchair around. But one of the sweet shops that I really, really wanted to go into to get, like, bring my sister something home, had steps. There was no ramp for us to get in. It was literally just steps. I couldn't leave my wheelchair outside because I didn't want it to get nicked. And not only that, even if I was able to get my wheelchair in there, I think it would have been too loud to have other people in there with me at the same time. So I didn't want to stop other people from going in just because I had a wheelchair, you know. So that was another downfall to my day. I couldn't go in certain shops I wanted to go in because they were so narrow and so small, and they weren't really, you know, the best for people with wheelchairs and disabilities. And I know, like, obviously the old buildings, so I get it, like, some of these buildings are not allowed to be taken down, so I'm not, like, throwing shade at anyone, like, not that I think anyone would think I'm doing that, but just to put it out there, because you never know who's going to see this, and I just can't deal with the hassle. And then, so after that, we went up to the Royal Crescent, I think. There's like a houses in a circle. It's really cool. They're like circles. I just said that twice. Please explain why I done that. I would never know. But I took some photos there. I took my camera, and that was the whole point of going to Bath, was to get college work done camera. I'm doing landscapes and photography, so, you know, cool places to go. I still keep saying, I really do apologise. I'm just trying to remember everything. And you said that again then. But we then had to go around into other shops looking for a charger because my friend's phone was going to go off, and in the end they found one. Although it was kind of expensive, but they found one, you know. It's not a big deal. Then obviously up to the Royal Crescent as well, I do just want to point out there was hills like that. My friends were pushing me up in the wheelchair, like, I'm a grown, well, I'm not a woman yet, but I'm a girl, like, I'm 4'11", but like, still, like, I'm quite heavy, you know, so I felt really terrible, like, that they had to do that, and I hate having to rely on that, so that's, like, another big thing for me that I hate having to do. Like, I'm really self-conscious about my image anyway, and to have to rely on people, it's such a struggle for me. But that's like another thing I've got to go through on the daily, so there's nothing I can really do with that. So in the end, after we went around and found a charger, we had to go to the train. We got on the right train. We were actually an hour early, but we needed to find our platform, you know, kind of sit down. It was freezing, by the way. I was freezing cold. I had waited for a wee so long, and I wasn't able to go because they'd closed the normal toilets, and it was only the disabled one open, but there was like a huge line of people, and I just thought there's no point, like, there isn't any point. I just wait. So we got on the bus, the train, sorry, I keep messing up those two words. We got on the train, but we had to swap over at Bristol to get on the next train to get home, and that was the most stressful part of the day, I think. No lie, most stressful part. They stopped at the wrong platform, so we had to get to another platform, which was hard enough anyway, but when they stopped at the wrong platform, it was even more difficult. But little did I know, the Bath train station, the people in the Bath train station had organised someone to meet me in the Bristol train station to get me to the train I needed to be at. But I didn't know that. So we rushed off the train, literally like run into the lift, because obviously I can't go down the stairs. I could, but it'd take me forever, so it was just a quicker and easier option. We run to the lift and she found me and she was like, "Are you the lady I'm looking for?" And I was like, I don't know what you're on about. And she was like, "Are you going on this train?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, okay, you're the lady I'm looking for then." So big shout out to her, like big shout out to her, big shout out to all the people that helped me in the train station, in Bath, in Bristol, I'm just going to put out in Cardiff. So a big shout out to all of you, because you genuinely did help me. Although I feel terrible that you've had to take out some time out of your day to help me when you could have been doing other things. Big shout out to you. Anyway, she found me and we were actually late for the train, but she was running to the train station. She was like, "No worries, we've stopped the train, like they're not gonna leave." They had stopped the train for us to get on because I had a wheelchair. They had stopped the train from leaving. Oh my god, I felt so terrible. My friends were running with me, like I was in my wheelchair, they were pushing me along, they were laughing, they were like, "I'm loving this," and I felt so awkward. I hate it. To the point where when we were waiting for the lift, right, some man was running and jumped over me when I was in my wheelchair. Like I was sat there and he just jumped over me and went, "Sorry," and just kept running. I was like, oh, I felt so bad. And then they ended up moving families from where they were sitting, so I had somewhere to sit and I had somewhere to put my wheelchair. Felt so terrible because these were kids with them as well, and I thought, you know, it's not the nicest thing to do. They want someone to sit to. They ended up moving people with bikes to get me a space. Honestly, I felt so terrible. Then we had to get home from the train. Well, no, we had to get from the train station to the bus again, and that was the most dodgiest thing. It was dark at this point. The rugby was, I think it might be the football actually. That's so terrible I'm saying that. Was on, and there was so many drunk people around, and we were just so nervous. But we ended up getting on the bus safely. It was good. I'm not sure what clips I've actually filmed and what I was actually gonna get to be able to be in the video, so you're gonna see photos and clips to like sum up my day. But yeah, there's a lot of difficulties that I found that day, like pushing me up the hill. The roads weren't very sturdy either, and they just weren't accessible in a way. Obviously they're old roads, so I'm not saying like they need to change them, because I wouldn't want, that's the whole point of Bath, you know. But they weren't the best. Obviously the women situation wasn't the best either. Me falling a few times that day wasn't the best situation. The train, the shops, like, oh my god, it was so stressful, but it was a good day, you know, like we made good out of it. So anyway, this is gonna be the end of this video. I'm gonna stop talking now because I realise this is a really long clip. But I hope you like the clips previous to this one. I might put some photos in between this clip as well, just to show you what I'm on about. And yeah, that's the end of this video. So I really want to thank you if you're at this point in the video. It means such a big thing to me. If you're not already, please subscribe and like the video. Comment of any other videos you'd like me to do, or any questions you'd like me to answer, because I'd like to do kind of a Q&A video to answer people that are curious. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you. But bye guys.